This segment brought to you by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Eating good tonight. What a relief.
It's back now.
Well, for the next couple weeks, we're going to be here in Alaska. We're going to be doing a caribou hunt. We're going to be doing some fly fishing, and I also have a brown bear tag, a wolf tag, and a black bear tag. We're now at Alaska Fish and Game, and we're going to get our caribou licenses, and then we are going to be flying out to our camp tomorrow.
Here they are. Ta-da, Alaska Fish and Game on 333 Raspberry. I think we're at the right spot.
Well, we're here in Talkeetna, and we're just about to get on the plane to get into our camp. We are doing a self-guided caribou hunt this week, and we are really looking forward to it. Something different than what I've ever done before, so I'm just really excited to get up there, get our camp set up, and start hunting in the morning. Austin took the first flight to where we were going to set up camp.
All right, well, it's our first day in Alaska. I just got dropped off by the bush plane, and there's a little bit of a breeze. You can probably hear it, but it's too strong of a side wind to have Jada and Kevin get dropped off, so I will be out here by myself tonight. I'm gonna set up camp. It's not the best way to start. It kind of ruins our hunt for tomorrow because we can't hunt and fly the same day, so that kind of stinks, but I'll be out here alone tonight. We got a storm rolling in. That's where all this wind's coming from. And I'm just gonna set up camp, get everything ready for them tomorrow. And when they come in, we'll scout some tomorrow, and then we'll head out and hopefully kill some caribou in the next 3 days. Well, camp is all set up. 8-person tent wasn't the easiest thing to do by myself, but got it done, and it is set up, and we are good to go for tomorrow. We had Joe, the pilot, at least come back out and drop a bag of food for me, so at least I have some food to eat for the night. While setting up the tent, I glassed a little bit and found a really nice caribou shed over here, so I think I might go pick that up and bring it back to camp for Jada and Kevin to see when they get here tomorrow. And then starting tomorrow, we'll probably just do some scouting because we can't hunt because they're flying in, and then starting Friday, we'll start the hunt. But for now, I'm just gonna relax, go get this caribou shed, bring it back to camp, get some food in my belly, and then take a nap and wake up tomorrow and see them when they get here.
It wasn't exactly how we wanted to start our trip, but it's Alaska and you never know what's going to happen. Stay tuned. When we return, my dad and I make it to camp and the hunt begins.
This segment brought to you by Whitetail Institute. Research equals results.
For the past couple days, we've been trying to get into our spike camp, but the weather just has not been cooperating. There's a bad crosswind that's up on the landing strip that he's been using. So Austin got in last night, my dad got in this morning, and he tried to land me in this afternoon, but unfortunately that crosswind was just keeping him from landing properly. So they got a different plane to land me on a lake with a float plane. But the only issue is we have 2 duffel bags that have to go all the way up to the tippy top of that and then back down and then back up. So we've got about 38-pound duffel bags that we're gonna be hiking. So what a great way to start our first day here in Alaska. Bugs. And it's raining. Could it get any worse?
Read it, Kevin?
It could get worse.
It could get worse.
It could snow, which they forecasted that. I am loaded and ready to go up. We got all day to get there, but it's starting to rain, so as if it isn't already bad enough, now we're gonna get rain. So we'll go up to where their regular landing strip is and to get to the tent as soon as we can. Just scout today, and we can't hunt until tomorrow anyhow, so.
Oh, that was exhausting. We couldn't land the plane up by where the tent is, so they had to bring a float plane in to land me about 8,000 miles uphill that way. And so we just hiked all the way back in the pouring rain, like sideways blowing rain. It was miserable, to be completely honest with you. And this isn't even the hunt. This was just getting to the tent. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for some water. $7,575 steps. Let's see how many flights. 44 floors.
That's it?
That's all we did just now. And we haven't even got to the tent yet. We still have one last little push. Once we arrived at camp, we unpacked our gear, had something to eat, and then my dad went out to play with a caribou.
I feel like we want to pick a fight, didn't he? You see him put his can't put his head down.
After some much needed rest, we headed out the next morning, hoping to find a mature bull.
After a long delay with weather and other complications, we got into the camp here finally. Jada even had to come in a float plane. I got landed at the top. We couldn't hunt yesterday because you can't fly and hunt the same day. So now we're finally getting out. The rain let up so we can get out here and see what's going on. We've got these poles set up. We've got tarps. We've got, it's a little bit different than just going whitetail hunting, where you walk out of your camp, go up your tree, and then come back. And so the weather determines a lot here in Alaska. Right, Jada?
It's a little different than what we're used to, but we're excited to be here and ready to go find a nice caribou. We just spotted a few caribou as we were walking to an observation point, and unfortunately they're all small. They're either small bulls or they're cows, so we're gonna continue to hike and stop and see if we can find a big boy. We're at the tallest point that we can see pretty much from our camp, which is like across the way here. But I spotted a pretty nice caribou. He's a ways that way and it's gonna be quite a hike, but we're gonna go after him and see if we can get a big boy down on the first day. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we make a stalk on the first mature bull we've seen.
Hunter Safety System introduces the Limit Shield, the first ever scent control harness.
It's our first day to hunt here in Alaska, and we've seen lots of caribou. We've chased after a couple, but just haven't been quite big enough. We're at the tallest point that we can see pretty much from our camp, which is like across the way here. But I spotted a pretty nice caribou. He's a ways that way and it's gonna be quite a hike, but we're gonna go after him and see if we can get a big boy down on the first day. We're just getting a better look at this caribou that we spotted back there, and he looks better and better as we get closer. So hopefully we can get close enough to make something happen. We spotted a caribou a long ways off when we were on the top over there and decided to hike over closer and get a better look at it. And when we got a better look from where we are right now, we noticed that one of his bezzes on one of the sides is completely missing. So, which was a total bummer because his one side was really strong and beautiful, but the other side was just weak, and so we decided to let him go, and we're gonna go back to where we had a good advantage point and just keep looking, and hopefully we'll find another big boy before the rain comes in. Unfortunately, we didn't see another mature bull that day, so we headed back to camp to get some rest, hoping that the next day we'd have some better luck.
We harvested this turkey spam today, and now
It
we're
smells good, but
cooking it. I
looks
processed
odd.
it already, and I'm cooking it.
What's been going on, Jada?
Oh, we're just cooking some breakfast. We got some breakfast skillet here. We're just getting geared up here on our second day in Alaska after some caribou. We've been seeing lots of animals, just haven't quite seen one that's big enough. It's been raining pretty much all morning, so we've been trying to stay out of the rain the best we can, but now it's clearing up a little bit, so we're gonna go for a little hike and see if we can find a big boy. We have a caribou coming straight to us. Pretty sure it's the same one that we saw the other day. He's missing a bez on the one side, but other than that, he's a beautiful animal. With the luck we've been having, if he comes into range, I'm gonna shoot him. Yeah, baby, that was awesome.
Made it happen. I hope you're recording that.
Oh, I was getting nervous. I didn't know if he was gonna let me get a shot or not. That was amazing. What a relief.
One shot. Where'd you hit him?
He smoked him.
After the break, we go see this beautiful bull, and my dad gets a chance at an awesome caribou.
I hunt from above.
I am Hawk.
Before the break, I connected on a mature barren ground caribou. Now let's go check him out.
Shot.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, baby, that was awesome.
Made it happen. So his Bez just went down.
Yeah, just go down.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's a lot of character right
I know,
there.
he's beautiful.
Good job.
Thanks. I'm really excited. This is my first caribou ever, and my first ever guided or self-guided hunt. And it's just, I've heard so many stories growing up about all my dad's self-guided hunts, and I always wanted to do one, and so here we are on our very first one, and we got a beautiful caribou down. Well, now is when the hard work begins. We're gonna quarter it and cape it and take it back to camp, and we're gonna be eating good tonight.
En route to camp.
We made it back to camp and wasted no time getting some fresh backstrap in our stomachs.
What are we cooking?
Getting some backstrap. This right here is what it's all about. We've been looking forward to this for days.
We are gonna go out and look for caribou. We were heading out, and then it started raining again, of course. So now we listen. And the rain stopped again.
Once the storm cleared, we got suited up to go out and search for a bull my dad could fill his tag on. We spotted a nice bull as we crested the top of the mountain, and the hunt was on.
He's roughly right where we saw some other ones last night. And we're gonna try to go after him. It'd be nice if we could get him tonight. It's gonna be a long haul back, but we'll do our best here.
Less than a minute after my dad shot his bull, the most gut-wrenching thing happened. A giant bull, I mean a giant, walked past us, but all we could do as ethical hunters is just let him walk.
Can you believe that? So I shot this beautiful bull right here. Made a great shot on it, and then after shooting a couple times, it spooked that monster out. Folks, that is probably, who knows? I mean, that caribou is just, it's just insane. Because it is self-guided, it's just us, so we've got to get all these quarters off of it, all the meat off of it, get the head off of it, and get it packed back to camp, and it's going to be midnight. I guarantee it by the time we get back there.
My first self-guided hunt was nothing short of amazing. We ended up killing 2 beautiful bulls and were able to take home hundreds of pounds of meat to our families. Being in the bush for weeks at a time really puts life into perspective for you and makes you appreciate the little things. Thanks for watching, and make sure and tune in next week as we continue our hunt in Alaska for brown bear and do a little bit of fishing. Yeah. Are you messing with me?
Tastes pretty good because it's squished. You're not gonna like it.
Well, it's because you don't stop talking sometimes.